Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. Today is going to be part 3 of my inventory. I am not sure how much I'm going to fit into this video yet because I haven't actually filmed the inventory, but I know I'm going to try and get in all of my highlighters and all of my bronzers. And if I'm not at a half an hour, I will add in blush as well, but we'll see how much I can fit in. So this is the next part of my inventory. First of all, if you have watched the previous 2 parts of my inventory, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I know I am one of those people who loves seeing what other people have, so I don't mind showing what I have. We are getting to the point, and I know this from previous inventories that I've posted on Instagram, where my inventory actually makes other people uncomfortable. And if you are one of those people, I am sorry if I am making you uncomfortable. Honestly, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm being literal. Like, I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable, but sometimes my massive amounts of makeup make others uncomfortable. If you know me, at any level, if you know me, you know that this is not me bragging, but I'm also not apologizing for this. It just is what it is. And since becoming a part of the painting community 2 years ago, my eyes are more open and I am really, I have been trying to get my numbers down. And even though in some cases they're still going up, I know that they're not going up as much as they would have if I wasn't a panner. Like, it's crazy, but that's progress in some way. Even though the numbers have gone up, they haven't gone up as much as they would have. I am putting some restrictions on myself to get these numbers down. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This low buy plan I have started for 2019 is the most realistic shot I've had in a long time to get my numbers down. So this is the starting point. This is just a starting point. It's a jumping off point for me to say, this is where I am at this moment in time, and we'll see where the chips fall at this time next year. And that's what really these inventory videos and photos are for, to just keep myself in check and keep myself realistic about the reality of the situation is. Because before being a part of the painting community, I didn't realize that it took 2 years to finish a highlighter and not 2 months. So now that my eyes are open, what am I doing about it and where is this all going? Time will tell. I wanted to talk about what I have on my lips because after I hauled it a while back, somebody asked me for a swatch of this and I never got around to it, and it's been so long. I forgot who it was that requested it, but I am wearing Bite Beauty's Dirty Chai on my lips. It's one of those French press lip glosses, and it is really nice. I think these are limited edition, but I just checked the Sephora website and they're still there. So I just thought I'd pass this along because somebody had asked for a swatch of this way back when. So that's what I have on my lips. It's a really nice gloss. If you are willing to pay money for a good gloss, I would recommend you try this one because it is really nice. Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. I'm going to take you back to my IKEA drawers right now so you could see which drawer I store my highlighters and my bronzers in and see what that looks like in the office. Okay, we are back at my Alex 6-drawer unit from IKEA, and I'm gonna open up the second drawer right here. And this is where I keep all of my highlighters and bronzers right now. I have a lot of these little office organizers that I picked up from Target on clearance recently. It's a little tricky to get it all to fit with the organizers in. It actually is easier when it's just all spread out, but I am trying to be more organized. This is where my color correctors were sitting, so I took those out for yesterday's inventory video, but that's what goes there. So I have liquid and cream highlighters and illuminators there. I have some of my powder highlighters back there. I have powder and cream highlighters here. Here are some more highlighters and liquid bronzers, more highlighters, half highlighters and half bronzers, I think. Yeah, that's so like the majority of this drawer is highlighters, and then from here, like there down, and all of this are my bronzers, which is still a huge amount. So I'm gonna pull all these out, and we will talk about the numbers next. Okay, this is the category I refer to as my cream bronzers. I currently have 7, and I had 7 last year. I actually finished this exact same cream bronzer from Model Co. It is a contour stick, and after I finished it, my good friend Nicole reached out to me and said, I have the same one. We both got it in like an Ipsy bag, I think. And she said, I'm never going to use it. You should take it because you loved it. And it was an offer I could not refuse. Thank you so much, Nicole, for giving this to me. But of course, that means my inventory photo for this year looks exactly like my inventory photo from last year, even though I did finish one of these. Currently, I have 2 of these in projects. This is my e.l.f. concealer quad. This is actually a concealer quad for women of deep skin tone, but it makes a lovely cream bronzer, and that's what it looks like now. I've been kind of mixing these 2 together, and I'm trying to hit pan on this one. It's in my oldie but goodie project pan. And then this is a liquid illuminator bronze from Ulta that is in my 2020 Vision project pan. I have figured out from using it that it really isn't a good bronzer, but it does work nicely mixed into some of my foundation, so that's how I've been using it. And I started down here and I'm up to about here now, so I have been making good progress on it. And I've found a way to make it work, which is most important. This is from Mascara Beauty. It's the contour shade in Stone. This is from the brand Superface. I received this from 08L for review purposes, and it has a highlighter side that I'll be talking about in a minute. This is a really nice shade for me. This is an ancient old Bonnie Bell one. I had this in a project pan probably 2 years ago, and I made some decent progress on this, but it's going to be the same situation as this one, where I'm going to mix it into a foundation more so than use it as a bronzer. And then finally, this is my Laura Geller Air Whipped Bronzer, and I might have to use this one next because it looks like it's getting dry, which makes me so sad. But basically, it's just a kind of moussey formula. Yeah, that's going in a project next because that is drying out, and I want to get some use out of it before it's like a little hard rock. So these are my cream bronzers. All right, here is my little selection of my depotted bronzers. I had 7 last year and I have 7 this year. I did not finish any. I really didn't work on any of these at all last year. I did clear out this one side of this old Tarte bronzer. This was from a holiday palette from several years ago. I love this bronzer. I hope to finish it soon, but I had a bronzer in my Pan That palette for 2018, so I didn't really have a chance to work on any of these. This one is in my current Pan That palette, so hopefully I can make some good progress on this one this year. It's kind of like a cross between a blush and a bronzer. So it would be really great to get some good use out of this one since it's in my Pan That palette anyways. This one I might put in a project soon or two. It seems like a really light shade that I can maybe wear all over my face as I get tanner and, you know, use more heavily and just use it up and move it out. I hate to talk like that, but sometimes I think like that. Like right now I'm working with a very dark bronzer and I have to use such a light hand that it's going to take me forever to get through. So this would be kind of a nice change from that one. But this is the one I'm working on right now. I depotted all of these from different palettes along the way, but I don't really remember what they all were. This one I believe was Neutrogena. This one was Physicians Formula. This one was either Mary Kay or Neutrogena. This one was Tarte, and this is from Cativa Cosmetics. I bet I bought this off a Haute Look. It was probably an impulse buy. This was a Mary Kay one, back when they had the old packaging. This is Bronze Sands. Yeah, so those are my depotted bronzers. Okay, these are my bronzer singles. My current number is 27. I did not use up any or get rid of any in 2018. But I brought 2 new ones in. So I was at 25 last year and I'm at 27 now. I brought in this Becca one. I'm honestly not even sure if this really is a bronzer or if it goes into a different category. It might be more of a highlighter than a bronzer, but I honestly don't know at this point. I've never used it. I also brought in this Patrick Star one from the summer collection. The one that I'm currently working on is this Too Faced Chocolate Soleil sample. This is in my 2020 Vision Project pan, and I started working on it January 1st. It's starting to look a little roughed up now, so that's great. It's the medium deep shade, so a little bit goes a long way, and if I apply too much, people ask if I've been on vacation, so I have to be careful with this. I have a feeling this is going to take me all year long to get through, but I am enjoying it, and I don't mind working on anything that smells like chocolate. Some of these I've had for a while. This is from Pure. It's the Mineral Glow Foundation. This is Physicians Formula. I used this in a Get Ready With Me where Ron picked out all of my makeup, and he picked this one out. Do you remember that, Ron? This one's from Jane. I bought it from Kohl's. The Famous Butter Bronzer. I do like this. I've used it a couple of times. This is a Laura Geller bronzer. It has a lot of pink in that one, but I like it. Okay, I don't want to interrupt you. This is the Revlon one that Emily Noel used to rave about for years and years and years, and I scooped it up at Big Lots when they were discontinuing it. This is a gigantic NARS Laguna. This was handed down from a friend who didn't want it anymore. So that was a pretty good score. This is the Lorac Tantalizer. I got this in like a kit that came out for summer a few years ago. This is Tarte's Hotel Heiress. Ah! I almost dropped it. This is an e.l.f. mineral bronzer. Whoops, right there. Sample of Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. 2 Lorac Tantalizers. This is from an Ipsy bag. It's Mellow Bronzer. This is technically a blush, but it's pretty warm. It's the Milani Baked Blush in Bellissimo Bronze. This e.l.f. one is a pretty light powder called Golden. This Tarte sample is Park Avenue Princess, so it's a little bit different than the Hotel Heiress one. That's how those two compare. Wow. Hotel Heiress is a lot darker than Park Avenue Princess. Good to know. This one's a hand-me-down of Isadora from a friend. This Bare Minerals bronzer sample is the Skinny Dip. This is actually a setting powder in the shade Toffee, which is too dark for me even in the summer. So I'll be using that as a bronzer. These 4 are all Too Faced Chocolate Soleils. I have so many of these. This one came in a little kit many years ago. That's the one I'm working on. I have, are these the same? I don't know, probably. This MAC one came from the Tribe collection. And this is the Patrick Star one from over the summer. No, they're different. This one's a lot warmer.
Oh. And that one's a lot colder?
Yep, colder, you're right.
I love gold.
So those are my numbers for my singles. If all goes well, I will be down one by this time next year because this one will be gone. That would be great. Okay, I have 3 bronzers in my loose bronzer category. These are the same 3 I had last year. I did not bring any new ones in. I did not finish any. I did not work on these at all. These 2 are Bare Minerals Warmth, and trying to pan that scares the heck out of me because a little bit goes a very long way, and I feel like panning this would be a gigantic commitment. This is a Mary Kay Highlighters bronzing beads. It's those like baked beads that I kind of fall for. Have you guys seen that Khloe Kardashian and Becca have these kind of baked bronzer beads out again in X's and O's? It looks so cute, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have that right here. I don't need it. So I don't know. I can't even imagine trying to pan this. Have any of you guys ever panned something like this before? I cannot imagine, but leave a comment down below if you have. So yeah, those are my 3 loose bronzers. And finally, I have 1 palette of all bronzers, and this is it. It's the Too Faced The Little Black Book of Bronzers. It looks like this. These are all deluxe size samples, but this palette alone is pretty intimidating to me. I've talked about possibly depotting this and working on these individually in the future. I do consider Pink Leopard to be more of a blush than a bronzer, but since this is called the Book of Bronzers, I'm calling these all bronzers for now. Everything gets a little bit ambiguous for me sooner or later. But yeah, I have 1 bronzer palette, and that's the same one I had last year. This category has not grown, and it has not shrunk at all. Okay, this is my cream highlighting stick inventory, and something unexpected just happened. I haven't touched most of these in a while. This Trestique one is in my How Many Years the Experiment project. So this is the one I'm working on. And I was just kind of randomly swatching these on my hand that is glowing. And it turns out that this old Revlon one, this is an old Revlon Skin Lights in Pink Light, has gone completely bad. I keep trying to swatch it on my hand, and I don't know if you can see, but it comes out really like chunky. And then as I try to blend the chunkiness out, it takes a while. And when I finally blend it out, it basically disappears into nothing. There's like nothing left on my skin. I don't know if you can see any of that demonstration, but basically, if I can't get this to look good on my hand, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this to look good on my cheek. I'm kind of bummed that I wasn't able to use this up. It was a hand-me-down from a friend, but I think this is going to be a declutter. I will play with it tomorrow morning and try it on my cheeks, but I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to make this one work, so I'm taking it out of my inventory right now. So I currently have 9. I had 11 last year. I finished 1. I have decluttered 1. The one that I finished was the Benefit What's Up sample that took like a year. And yeah, this is the one I'm working on right now. And when I finish it, I'll choose another one. I'm not sure what I'll choose. This is the other end of that Super Face Duo. This is a Be a Bombshell. This came in an Ipsy bag. And this might get decluttered at some point. It's called the One Stick. It's supposed to be like a multi-stick. It doesn't do a whole lot for me, but I'm not ready to declutter it yet. I love this Clinique Chubby Stick. I think this is so beautiful. I also really like this e.l.f. one. It's like a holographic stick in Cosmic. It's just a kind of pinky bluey tint one. This is Josie Moran. This is a really, really old Almay one coat 3-in-1 color stick. Had it forever. It's so big that I can't sharpen it in any of my sharpeners, so I have to like carve it with a knife when it gets dull. These two are from Mary Kay. They were gifted to me by my friend Jamie. One's in gold and one's in bronze. So yeah, we are down to 9 for highlighter sticks. Okay, this is my category of liquid illuminators. I am happy to say that I am down 3 for this year's inventory. I finished up 4 samples. I moved 2 out of this category. 1 went into my primer category. 1 went into my color correctors category. So 6 left, either through using up or moving out, and 3 came in this Vlada and Smashbox one, this Vlada and Smashbox one, and this little sample of Cover FX that I got free gift with purchase. Still way too many, way more than I want, way more than I need, but I'm happy that the numbers went down by 3. Currently, I am working on this one from Becca in Opal, and this one from Prescriptives. So it would be great to finish 2 off this year and keep getting this number down. Yeah, that's the plan. So 26 in all still. It's still way too high. Okay, here are my cream highlighters. I am up to 19 this year. I had 16 last year, and I used up 1. I almost used it up entirely. There was a little bit left of it, and I decided to declutter it because it was like pilling up on my skin and not doing anything for me. So I used up 1. These 4 Stila ones came in. That was one of my last Sephora or Ulta hauls. They were half off one day, and I bought 4 of them, which is kind of nutty. None of these are currently in a project. I'm not working on any of them. This is an old e.l.f. quad of shimmery creams. This is an old Prescriptives cream highlight that has a lot of good use to it. This is a Sally Hansen eye, cheek, and lip color. I tried it on my eyes and it creases, and I don't like the color for my lips, so when I use it as a cheek highlight. This is a mascara highlighter in Sunlit. No, Honey. This is Honey. This is one of the Too Faced highlighters from the Sweet Peach collection. It smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good. These are all ColourPop highlighters. This is the Lunch Money that I've hit pan on. I also have a backup of Lunch Money. I have Wisp, Butterfly Beach, Spoon, Fanny Pack, Parasol, and Parasol. So I have a bunch of those, and those have pretty much never been used. I've swatched them, but I've never really used them. This is an old Prescriptives cream highlight. This is MAC Pearl. This is MAC Yellow Topaz. It came from the, I don't know, Vibe Tribes or the Tribal Collection, whatever that was called. And then these are my 4 new Stila ones. I have Transcendence, Opulence. Oh, good Lord, that's gorgeous. Kitten, and Luminescence. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. I need to get these numbers down though. And I'm not working on any of these right now. if I was to put one in a project, it would probably either be working on finishing up Lunch Money or working on these elf ones because these are really shallow. I should be able to move them out pretty quickly. Okay, this is my loose highlighter category. I have one new one that I bought in 2018. It is this Wet n Wild one in Moon Tears. I haven't used it yet, so I don't really have an opinion on it. This category went down by 2, but that is because 3 of the items that were in last year's inventory got moved to my setting powder, my loose setting powder category. They were all from prescriptives, and once I started working on one of them, I realized they all fit better into the setting powder category than the highlighter category, so they moved out. So this category technically went down, but I did not finish any loose highlighters in 2018, and I didn't really even work on any in 2018. This one is in a project for 2019, so it would be great to at least finish this one. But this is a lot of highlighting powder. It's a ton. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm at 10 for 2019. These, I thought I'd show you guys these. These are highlighting papers. I got these from Ipsy. Did any of you guys also get this from Ipsy? And I've never used them. I've always been a little too intimidated to use them, but they're highlighting powders that you just kind of like pull a paper off and rub it all over your face. I should roll this into my Project 10 uses soon and finally use 10 of these sheets up. Kids. This one's a super old L'Oreal luminous powder. This alone is like a decade's worth of loose highlighter right here. And here are more of those wonderful baked beads that I seem to love to buy. This is the two-faced version. They're little hearts. This is the old a MAC one in Truth and Light. That's so pretty. Okay, this is my single highlighter category. I am currently right at the number of 50. I had 45 at this time last year. I used up one single depotted highlighter and I brought 6 new ones in. The new ones are the Becca Amethyst, Prismatic Amethyst highlighter, the Becca Dreamsicle highlighter, the 2 Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powders from the Halloween collection, this Smashbox and Vlada collab one, and this little Morphe mini in the shade Spark. This is the Wet n Wild highlighter that I worked on during most of 2018. Why do I have 2 Cindy Luminizers, you wonder? Well, I ordered it off of Hotlook, and one of them arrived smashed. And so I called customer service and I said, yeah, I got a smashed one. And so they said, well, keep it, toss it, throw it away, whatever you want, and we'll send you another one and we'll give you a $5 credit towards your next purchase. So they sent me another one that arrived in great shape. But of course, I did not throw away the broken one. I just kept it because that's what I do. So I'll repot this at some, or I'll repress that into something at some point, but not today. This L'Oreal Lumi is the one that I am currently working on for 2019. It was brand new on January 1st, and I've been using it every single day since then. I've kind of been moving my brush right there. I haven't really touched that darker area, but maybe in the summer I'll be able to like swirl it around a little bit more. But for now, I'm just kind of working the brush right in the center. This is a lot of highlighter. I think I'm good for a while. A year or two. I would love to get rid of these two depotted ones. This one's from that Tarte Holiday collection. I believe it's the shade Angelic or something like that. I'd love to finish that and move it out. I'm just all about working on anything depotted right now. And basically the reason I want to work on anything depotted is so that I can depot more and fill them up again. So that's kind of funny. I do love a light bluey, purpley highlighter. Uh-oh, that crumbled a little. I love these more for eyeshadow than for cheek highlight, but since they're technically cheek highlighters, that's the category I put them in. So like this one, this one, this one, this one, even this one, I probably would not use on my cheeks. The amethyst one, I'd probably use them more on my eyes, but they're highlighters, so I put them in the highlighter category. So this is it, I'm at 50. I would like this to not go higher, ever. I would like to cap this off at 50. I think 50 is more than enough. I think I'm putting a cap on highlighters for 2019. I don't know, we'll see what comes out this year. We'll see what tempts me, but I think I should be good for a while. Okay, here is the last category for this part of my inventory. These are all highlighting palettes. I had 10 last year. I have 10 this year. I didn't use any up. This one got moved into this category because it should have been in here all along, and one that should not have been here all along got moved out, but none have been used up and I haven't bought any new ones. So let's take it from the top and I'll show you each of them. This is the Sugar Glow Kit from ABH. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow palette, not from this past Christmas, but the holiday before that. This is a Bobbi Brown Trio. This is the Kathleen Lights collaboration with Makeup Geek. This is the ABH Moonchild Glow Kit. This is a Cover FX palette. It has two creams and 2 powders. This is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Trio, Ballerina, Gilded Honey, and Peach Glow. This is my Sleek Solstice palette that's in my Roulette Pan collab right now. It has 1 cream and 3 powders. I rave about this powder all the time. I absolutely love it for the inner corner of my eye. It is stunning. This is a Fiona Styles Trio. It creates a subtle glow, but a beautiful glow. I got this for half off when it was at Ulta. And then finally, I have this little Smashbox Trio.
Mom,
Somebody wants a cookie.
Mom, I want a cookie.
You want a cookie?
Yeah, that's with me.
Okay. This is going to wrap up part 2 of my makeup inventory. These were all of my bronzers and highlighters. It is a massive amount of product. And I'm feeling really motivated right now to get these numbers down. So if I start talking about wanting things, you guys can hold me accountable and remind me that I have everything I could possibly need. And then some. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it, and I will see you tomorrow for part 3. Bye.